No DQ Galaxy, we are live with a recap of Monday Night Raw for February the 5th, 2024. February the 5th, the anniversary of Hulk Hogan losing the WWF title to Andre the Giant on the main event. Hamp Connell might bring that up later. We'll see. We had footage shown from SmackDown, which I heard was very eventful. The Rock showing up, of course. Cody Rhodes basically giving The Rock the WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns. We had Seth freaking Rollins coming to the ring for a promo. He is the World Heavyweight Champion. He was wearing a knee brace. He did his introduction and he acknowledged that he got a crowd pop. Roman Reigns made fun of him for no pop on SmackDown, but Rollins did get a pop. He said that he smells what The Rock is cooking, which got boos, by the way. And there was a video when the SmackDown recap was shown. The Rock got booed pretty heavily. Crowd was chanting Cody. Seth Rollins said he wants Cody too. He asked Cody to come to the ring. Cody did come to the ring. They were chanting, "We want Cody." There were "We want Cody" signs in the crowd. Now, apparently, WWE is leaning into this. There were reports that WWE people were actually handing out signs, and fans were also bringing their own signs to hand out to people. There were a ton of signs in the crowd, different types of Cody signs. And then when Cody got in the ring, the crowd started a "Rocky sucks" chant. Michael Cole acknowledged this on commentary and said that, is it 1996 again? Rollins told Cody he needs the match as much as Cody does. He needs to know that he's better than he was 2 years ago when they previously faced off. He asked Cody, is the match official? But before Cody could answer, we had Drew McIntyre interrupt. Drew McIntyre he bragged about how he took out CM Punk, and he wanted to have a talk with Seth Rollins about their WrestleMania main event. And then Drew McIntyre revealed this shirt that he had made, basically mocking CM Punk's WrestleMania main event not coming to pass. And then McIntyre told Cody Rhodes Cody needs to finish his story. McIntyre said that Cody needs to not let his family down, not let the people down, and most importantly, not let his father down, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Rollins then brought up how McIntyre already lost. McIntyre already had his title opportunity, and McIntyre responded by saying that, well, Rollins already lost to Cody Rhodes on 3 occasions. McIntyre said that Seth Rollins, in his defense, has been a great champion, has done an amazing job, but now it's time for McIntyre to take control, take it from here. He headbutted Rollins. Cody Rhodes fought off McIntyre, sent McIntyre out of the ring. We did not hear from Cody Rhodes, but now we got Drew McIntyre in the mix, and WWE several times during this show hyped up Thursday. Thursday is going to be a huge WrestleMania kickoff event in Las Vegas, and Michael Cole was teasing that maybe we'll get the main events for WrestleMania officially confirmed. They definitely teased Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We had our first match of the evening, which was a tag team title shot qualifying match. New Day, the Creed brothers, DIY, and Imperium. Good match here with these teams. Exciting, action-filled match with these guys. Everybody got a chance to shine in this one. And there were several big spots involving multiple people. Like at one point, Ciampa gave Xavier Woods an air raid crash or a white noise off the top to the outside of the ring on the big group of people that were out there. Things were breaking down multiple times during this match. And then after the commercial break, they did a Tower of Doom spot with several people. And then everyone was coming in, hitting their big moves. And the Creed brothers were close to winning this. You had Brutus with an ankle lock to Vinci. Julius was fighting off anybody trying to break up the pin, but eventually he got overwhelmed. The crowd chanted, "This is awesome." Brutus hit the Brutus ball to New Day and Imperium on the outside of the ring. He got Vinci back in, came off the top with the Brutus ball to him, but then Ciampa had tagged himself in. Ciampa and Gargano hit the meeting in the middle to Vinci, and they scored the 1-2-3 victory. DIY gets a match now on SmackDown against the Brawling Brutes, and the winning team will go on to what I think will be Elimination Chamber for a tag team opportunity. Very good match here. I don't expect DIY to win since they already lost an opportunity against Judgment Day. So I'm thinking, did I say Brawling Brutes earlier? I meant the British Strong Style, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I suspect they will win and get the next tag team title opportunity at Judgment Day. So yes, I botched it. They are the British Strong Style, not the Brawling Brutes anymore. Shout out to TJS, Tyler Joseph Smith, who sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, TJS. Says, why is WWE leaning into this? Cody does not equal Bryan since he is main eventing and winning a world title. Drew versus Seth versus Cody? Go live Thursday? I don't think I'll go live. Maybe I will. I'll think about it depending on what happens. I mean, I suspect it's going to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock and Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. If we get a swerve and something happens between Cody and The Rock and there's a fight, I will go live. How about that? But if it's just, okay, it's Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus The Rock, then, not much to report on. It's what we're expecting going in. But if they throw a curveball at us, maybe I will go live. Now, Hamp Connell sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Hamp. I appreciate it. With a different February 5th today in history. Today in history, 1994, Shane Douglas, Sabu, and Terry Funk compete in a triangle match that went to a 1-hour draw in the night the line was crossed. And that was really the beginning of ECW, its transition from Eastern Championship Wrestling to Extreme Championship Wrestling. And then Shane Douglas would throw down the title and things would start to be taken to the extreme. Classic ECW right there in 94. Thank you for that, Hamp. Now, let's get to our next segment on Raw, which was Becky Lynch one-on-one with Shayna Baszler in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. I feel bad for Shayna because she beat Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam. And now she's basically just enhancement talent. Now, this was a competitive match, but it's like one of those AEW matches where you know damn well who's winning it. And it's kind of just, okay, we know the outcome. Let's just get it over with. It was a good match, but I mean, I knew Becky was winning it. So it was hard to really get emotionally invested in it. Baszler did get in quite a bit of offense, but she should be in the chamber, not losing a qualifying match as far as I'm concerned. Like, have Becky beat somebody else, let it be a fairly short match, give them a little bit of offense, but let Becky win and she qualifies. Anyways, Becky did win. Liv Morgan was watching backstage, and she cut a promo. She said she had almost a year of her career taken away, and next week she's looking for revenge. She's also in a qualifying match against, I believe, Zoe Stark, and I would say that it's likely Liv Morgan will win since she just came back, get her in the chamber. But I would have liked to have seen Shayna and even Zoe Stark in the chamber match. You got to have a couple heels in there. I know Rhea Ripley is a heel, but Rhea Ripley's going up against Nia Jax. I mean, it is because it's Australia, and Rhea's going to be a massive baby face at Elimination Chamber. And yes, it's true, Shayna could end up winning like some kind of last chance battle royal. Would not shock me. They gotta fill up these spots because we only got like 2 weeks left until the chamber. We had footage shown of Shinsuke Nakamura attacking Cody Rhodes at a live event, and this was to set up the main event of Raw, a bull rope match, which we will talk about in a few. And yes, TJS, I will be watching Elimination Chamber live Saturday morning. It'll be fun. Seriously, I am going to enjoy doing a live recap early in the day. So yes, we will be doing a live stream. I will be here with you guys right after Elimination Chamber ends, which will probably be like before noon, I'm thinking, or maybe noon. So it'll be early. I will be up for it, definitely. We had Adam Pearce backstage. He fined Drew McIntyre for McIntyre's attack on Seth Rollins. And then we had Rhea Ripley cut a promo. She called out Nia Jax. Adam Pearce tried to keep things calm, and he said that they would have a match at Elimination Chamber. And of course, Nia Jax showed up. Pearce really could do nothing. He tried to bring out security, but they got taken down. Nia Jax got the best of Rhea Ripley, did the big Annihilator splash, and got the momentum heading into Perth. Now, we all know Nia Jax ain't winning that title in Perth, Australia, with WrestleMania coming up. No way. But hey, it'll be a nice little fun match for Rhea Ripley. She'll be a massive babyface in her home country, and Nia Jax is a good foe. She's like King Kong Bundy to Hulk Hogan. It'll be entertaining, but yeah, Nia Jax ain't winning. Good angle, though. We had a tag team match, Akira Tozawa and Maxxine Dupri against Ivar and Valhalla. Tozawa's push was very short-lived. Maxxine, she has done good in a valet type of role, a manager role, but the last couple of times she's been in the ring, it's been rough. Like, it was rough at the Royal Rumble, and she did a few things in this match that did not look good at all. So I think she's better off being on the outside of the ring in a manager type role. Just my opinion. You could send her back to NXT, but I think she's done well with Gable and Otis. And where was Gable on this show? Just saying. Ivar picked up the win here, pinning Tozawa with the Avalanche Power Slam. Not much to say about this one. We had R-Truth backstage showing up in the Judgment Day's area, their backstage hangout, and he was acting like he was part of the group. He said that what happened when they attacked him last week was a reinitiation. And at this point, they were all just disgusted. They were like, whatever. Damian Priest was like, go ahead, make yourself home. And he walked off in disgust. And R-Truth was looking at some Judgment Day merchandise. Then we had The Miz versus JD McDonagh, and The Miz cut a pre-match promo and said that what happened to Truth was a declaration of war. Pretty entertaining match here. Miz had control, but then Dominic interfered, grabbing Miz's leg. And then after the commercial break, R-Truth showed up with Judgment Day merchandise. He was throwing it in the crowd, and then he took a shirt and put it over Dominic's head. Miz took out Dominic, but then JD capitalized. JD hit his big moonsault off the top. Miz was able to kick out, and then Truth got on the apron. He had a wad of cash. He had JD's cut in the merchandise. JD took it, was trying to put it in his trunks, but then the Miz took him down with the skull-crushing finale. Money flew all over the place. They made it rain. Now, is that a reference to something? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, Miz got the win, 1, 2, 3. And then R-Truth came in and scooped up the money. Very entertaining. Miz did well here. I mean, everybody was great. R-Truth, always funny. At TJS, I'm not tired of it yet. I am entertained. I think the other week, like, it didn't fit on the show and in the particular segment it was in. But this week, I enjoyed it. We had Adam Pearce meeting backstage with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker did promise to be on Raw. And I'm a little disappointed because I thought they were going to do more with Braun Breaker on this show. It was literally just 10 seconds on the screen. But he was backstage at the same time as Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, which could be a tease for later. We had the celebration of Gunther's 600 days as Intercontinental Champion with Kaiser and Vinci. And Gunther basically said, it doesn't matter anymore. 600 days, 700, 1,000. He's just going to keep dominating. And he said that there's nobody left for him to face. I thought we were going to see Braun Breaker come out, but not yet. Jey Uso came out there instead, got a massive pop. I mean, the crowd just loves this guy. He got in the ring, and Pat McAfee was going nuts for him. Gunther felt disrespected by this interruption and said that Jey finally had the guts to step outside of his family's shadow. However, he will beat Jey worse than Jey's family ever did. And Jey will want to go back to the days where fans could not tell Jey apart from his brother Jimmy. Gunther then shoved Jey. Jey attacked Gunther. Imperium came in 3-on-1, but then the New Day came down to save the day. And they did announce for next week it will be a 6-man tag team match. I'm thinking Jey will challenge Gunther on TV. Gunther cannot travel right now. He's working on that. He's not going to be at Elimination Chamber in Australia. So I'm thinking they will do Jey versus Gunther on TV, and we're going to see Jimmy cost him the title. And that will set up Jey versus Jimmy at WrestleMania, and then maybe Braun Breaker steps in and challenges Gunther at WrestleMania. I mean, that's what I would do at this point. We had footage shown from CM Punk's tricep surgery, and he just talked about how he can get through the rehab and the physical pain. He said the mental anguish is what is more difficult than dealing with the physical pain. Hopefully we'll see CM Punk back sooner than later. Maybe he'll show up for commentary. I mean, that would be nice. You know, they could have had him come out there and give some kind of pep talk to Cody Rhodes, but we'll have to see what direction WWE's going in for WrestleMania. D. Martin 5th sent in a $10 super chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It says, why can't wrestling fans stop being so fickle and just enjoy WWE's product, regardless of it, if it's Roman versus The Rock, Roman versus Cody, or if the curveball is a triple threat? Well, like I said on Friday, you have to let it play out. And WWE has made some bad booking decisions over the years. I mean, they've made a ton of them. In this case, it was bad for Cody, although in the end it might work out for Cody. I don't think it's going to hurt WWE business in the long run. I think if anything, it's just going to help bring the numbers up even more, and maybe it'll make Cody an even bigger star. Like, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they come up with. I am going to wait and see how this all plays out. You know, in WWE's defense, it's been a rough couple weeks. CM Punk got hurt. The Vince McMahon sex trafficking lawsuit and Brock Lesnar being out of the equation. So multiple things happened here, and The Rock's in. They made that deal. So a lot of events have gone on leading up to this, and fans have been wanting The Rock versus Roman. They could do the double duty for Roman Reigns, but we'll talk about this on the No DQ review tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on the No DQ YouTube channel. And I am intrigued. Like I said on Twitter/X, whether you like what's going on or you hate it, people are talking. People are buzzing right now. And I am very curious to see how this all plays out. So they got me invested. For better or worse, regardless of how it turns out, I am definitely invested. We had a Shinsuke Nakamura promo. Now, this was something I'm not invested in because Cody Rhodes already beat Nakamura. They already settled their feud. Like, do we really need this? He hyped up the bull rope match. He said he wants Cody. The fans might want Cody, but he wants Cody. And Cody might think he has the advantage in the bull rope match, but Cody will end up just being an embarrassment to his family. We then had a women's tag team title match. Kabuki Warriors versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. You know the drill. Former champions got to get their rematch, but there's no way in hell they're winning this. Didn't really care too much about it. It was an okay match, but pretty standard here. The challengers brought in a good fight, busted out their big moves. The after party. Kairi Sane broke up the pin, and then Kairi prevented the keg stand double team move, and then Kabuki Warriors pinned Katana Chance with the death drop insane elbow combo move. Champs retain. No surprise here whatsoever. Who do they face at WrestleMania, though? That's the question. We had a little sit-down interview with Sami Zayn, and not sure where they're going with him at this point. Like, he feels like he has no direction, but they brought up Elimination Chamber last year, and Zayn brought up how Triple H told him in the back that he has nothing to feel ashamed about. Triple H said he's like Rocky. He's the ultimate underdog. And Zayn said he's no longer an underdog, but he's now a contender who will be champion. And he is going to prove the fans right for believing in him in the first place. Where does this go? Is he going to challenge Seth Rollins at some point, or is he going to challenge Gunther? I don't know, but they're teasing something with Sami Zayn. Hamp Connell sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Hamp. I appreciate it. It says, why would Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble if Rock versus Roman was already decided in January? As much as I'm excited for that, it's sort of mind-boggling. I do agree. Like, if WWE was already planning Rock versus Roman, which I feel like they were, when Rock went out there, I mean, clearly that was a tease. When he went out there on Raw and said, should he sit at the head of the table? Like, that's the confirmation the match is happening. So when you plant the seeds for that, and if they were like, okay, we're doing this at WrestleMania 40, then yeah, it seems like a really silly idea to have Cody Rhodes win the Rumble. Now, maybe The Rock just wasn't physically able to enter the Rumble and win it. I don't know what their mindset was with all that. Like they could have had Gunther win it and challenge Seth Rollins and have Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk, which obviously that wasn't going to happen with CM Punk getting injured, but they could have figured something else out with Cody. They could have done Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match. Like there's a lot of things they could have done that would have not resulted in the fan backlash. That's for sure. So yeah, I definitely wonder, like, if that was the case and they were already planning Rock versus Reigns, why did Cody win the Rumble? Mike Hunt sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Mike. Says, I'm thinking Roman Reigns will pull double duty night 1 and night 2. Keep up the good work. They still got time to do it. I know that puts Seth Rollins in an awkward spot, but I mentioned this too on Twitter and X. That solution is men's elimination chamber. They've said nothing about a men's elimination chamber at this point, but you could have your top stars, Drew McIntyre. You can have Randy Orton, LA Knight. Like they all seem to have no direction right now. Put them in elimination chamber. Winner fights Seth Rollins for the world title at WrestleMania. And you can have Cody versus Roman Reigns on night 1, or do Roman Reigns versus The Rock on night 1 and Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns on night 2. Like you can do it either way, but yeah, you could do the double duty for Roman Reigns. Have him be the first guy in history to main event both nights of Elimination Chamber. But we'll talk more about this on the review. Like I said, I know Virtue has his thoughts on it. Building Nexus with a $2 super chat. Thank you for that, Building Nexus. Says, Rock didn't come back to hear Rocky Sucks chants at WrestleMania. Well, I think at the end of the day, he just wants to make money. But knowing how wrestlers have their egos, and The Rock, I mean, he is The Rock. He's definitely got his ego. You know, he's going to want to be cheered unless they decide to bring back Hollywood Rock. What if The Rock goes heel again like 2003? I would be down for that. Like they could make something great out of that. Heel Rock in 2003 was absolute gold. And I would be very entertained if Cody did the nice thing and then The Rock just goes heel and treats him like a piece of crap. Like that could be awesome. City by the Bay sent in a $2 super chat. Thank you for that. Or as Michael Wayne said, he could become the TKO version of The Rock, the board of directors Rock. So City by the Bay sent in $2. Thank you for that. Says, imagine when Priest cashes in on Cody at WrestleMania. That's the other thing too. Where does Damian Priest fit in all this? Like I said this the other week too. He's got to cash in at WrestleMania, or they're going to risk ruining the Money in the Bank concept and ruining Damian Priest. Like, why would he not cash in at the Super Bowl of wrestling when it's a guaranteed title match? Even if it's a match where you don't have an advantage, like you want to be in the main event of WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. Just saying. Like, how can he not cash in at WrestleMania? He has to. Anyways, let's talk about the main event. Cody Rhodes, Nakamura, bull rope match. Pat McAfee said Cody Rhodes epitomizes professional wrestling. He said the PW word. New era, new regime. Match was good, but again, I didn't care too much about it. I've already seen Cody beat Nakamura, and I knew he was going to beat him again. As far as the bull rope stipulation, it was all right, but I mean, in a PG environment, like they didn't really do a whole lot. The shots with the bell I thought were fairly weak. Not that I want to see guys getting hurt for real, but like it just felt like a house show match. It really didn't feel like anything special. You know, they do the stipulation, but it was just like a house show bull rope match. It really was. the bull rope didn't really do much. I mean, there were a few times where like Cody used it to his advantage, and then Nakamura tried to run away, but he couldn't. Nakamura ended up busting out the mist, and Cody was blinded, but he managed to hit the crossroads. Nakamura kicked out, and then Nakamura used the bell. Cody was able to use the rope to give him a low blow, and then he hit another crossroads to get the win. And then after the match, Drew McIntyre attacked Cody. I'm thinking they're going to do a match at Elimination Chamber, one-on-one Cody and Drew McIntyre, unless McIntyre ends up in the chamber, if they're even doing a men's chamber at this point. And as Jerry pointed out, like the red mist is basically Cody's blood. That's how Cody gets to bleed, pretty much. And shout out to DYEV, who sent in a $10 super chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It says, Roman Reigns main eventing WrestleMania both nights would be cool, but do you make Roman Reigns lose twice? No, he beats The Rock. Rock absolutely does not need to win. The Rock should not be winning against Roman Reigns, as far as I'm concerned. That would piss people off. Like, he is the last guy that should be ending Roman Reigns' run. Rock should 100% be losing to Roman Reigns. And then Cody beats Roman. And, you know, The Rock is probably going to want night 2. But if you do night 1, then you can tease that, hey, maybe it'll be Cody Rhodes versus The Rock for the title. But Roman Reigns beats The Rock. Cody's the only guy left. And then he's on the way to beating Hulk Hogan's record. But Cody Rhodes finishes his story at WrestleMania. So they could do that, or maybe it's just Cody versus Seth and Rock versus Reigns. Reigns wins, beats Hogan's record. Maybe Survivor Series, they go to Madison Square Garden and Cody finishes the story at the Garden and wins the title. And that way, Cody ends it where Dusty was trying to win the title, plus Roman Reigns beats Hulk Hogan's record. I mean, they might go that route. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Overall, it was a good Raw. I give it a solid B. Some solid build-up, teasing the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and also teasing Thursday with the big kickoff event. And, of course, setting up some stuff for WrestleMania. Good show overall. I enjoyed it. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up on Twitter, just like that, with the special effects. Oh, wow. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest wrestling news and rumors. It's been a busy week, and I suspect we have more newsworthy stuff to talk about later this week. Check out the No DQ review, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we got Dynamite. Thursday's the kickoff event. Maybe I'll go live for that. We'll see. And then Friday is SmackDown. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Stay safe out there and say yes to NoDQ.com. I will see you all next time.